It's a Western Conference matchup as the Los Angeles Lakers come into town in this game. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sideline. And before we get going, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who had a chance to speak with head coach Luke Walton. Dave, what do you have to say?
Guys, he told me their primary focus of the pregame discussion was defense. He said they're dealing with a very sophisticated offense, and it's going to require an outstanding effort from his players at the defensive end to come out on top. Let's see if that's the effort they get. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. And Steve, for both these teams, a lot of young talent, a lot of youthful exuberance out there.
Yeah, the future is bright. When you have guys that play the right way at a young age, it's exciting to see where they will be 2 or 3 years down the line.
Best is yet to come.
Boys, nice time.
Tip-off goes to the Lakers. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles, Russell and Clarkson are the young backcourt pair. Dang out there with Ingram, and it's Mozgov in its center.
And for a guy who was never drafted, Mozgov has carved out a nice role for himself in our league.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And really, the line a season ago was just a battle for him. Just about a 72% free throw shooter.
That's good from Mozgov.
And the Utah Jazz, with all their young talent, a team that's been on the cusp in the Western Conference, I mean, they felt they were ready to make a playoff push, and acquiring some quality veteran leaders with George Hill, Joe Johnson, and Boris Diaw, I think is just what the doctor ordered.
And so he makes both from the line. Hill with it. Outside Favors. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And stolen by Russell.
Yeah, tough entry pass. You want to kick the ball down low, but you have to be crafty about how you do it.
Looking for Clarkson. He gets it there. A shot off that time. 18 that time from Hood. And for the Jazz, Greg, do you like their moves this summer, adding all those veterans?
George Hill, I think, fits a need at the point guard, but can also play alongside Dante Exum. Boris Diaw, a skilled big man who fits well with Gobert and Derek Favors. And then Joe Johnson, a proven shooter and scorer in big-time possessions. So I think overall they did well. And what a solid producer Jordan Clarkson was over those first 2 seasons. Quickly adapted to the NBA style. He was named NBA All-First Team in terms of rookies. And last year, he became a much more confident shooter. I mean, despite having to fight for those minutes as they went on that serenading of Kobe Bryant, he really, I felt like, separated himself and also established that he was going to be here for the long haul.
Here's Ingram, following the score by Rodney Hood. Unloads from 13. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Clarkson's got his first points of the game.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
And talking about Clarkson's early success, some people were surprised, Greg, that he lasted until the second round of the 2014 draft. Maybe that put a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
I'm shocked he didn't go in the first round. I mean, he certainly plays with a strength and a fearlessness, especially when attacking the rim. I think he does want to prove that he should be considered one of the best young guards in our league. He's certainly one of the best young mid-range shooters at the very least.
Here's Ingram. Derek Favors making his last shot. Mozgov a screen on Hayward. Ingram kicks to Clarkson. 6 to shoot. Russell inside. Hill's there. Gobert with the block.
And that's one of Gobert's specialties, a shot blocking master.
Hood. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
That's a solid pass right inside where his teammate wants it.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Boris Diaw's checked in for Gobert. Lyle comes in for Derek Favors. Alec Burks checked in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Dante Exum in for George Hill. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Julius Randle's checked in for Mozgov. Nance comes in for Ingram. Lou Williams is checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Calderon in for D'Angelo Russell. And a wide open look for Hood. The rebound by the Lakers.
To me, that's just a loss of focus. He was wide open from one of his favorite spots.
Williams dishes to Calderon. Feeds it to Dang. Tries it from 9. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really, a good job to take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they'd been cheated out of those points.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
They look faster and fresher out there. Seems like they're trying to tire them out.
Smitty is an NBA veteran. What were some of the things you missed the least about playing on the road?
Just trying to fill time. You know, after shoot around, you get finished around 12, and then sometimes the game is not until 7, so you don't have that much time. But those days off, everybody's at work, and you're just roaming around the city.
Yeah.
You got to really get close to your teammates, do some things like going to the movies, having dinner, and basically getting your rest.
Routine's a big deal, isn't it?
It is, and obviously the one good thing you can do is get into the weight room and work on your body on the off time and give your body some rest.
Exum and Burks, they're back there. Lyles out there with Boris Diaw, and it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. Burks on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Lyles kicks to Diaw, and he's way off from outside. The Lakers trail. Nance passes to Calderon. Burks against Williams. Dang up top. Nance outside. Calderon has the open look. A three-pointer is right on target. Calderon's got the lead up to 2 now for the Lakers. Now the pass to Burks. And Diaw kicks to Exum. Back to Diaw. Diaw sets the pick for Johnson. They set the pick. Passes it to Burks. Beyond the arc. Hits it from 3-point range.
Burks is really good at picking his spots from outside when he's on the floor. A highly efficient shooter.
Williams dishes to Calderon. On the wing, Williams. Burks covering. Williams' shot is off.
Had the layup. No one really contested him. Missed opportunity.
And for a guy with a slight frame, Lou Williams can be one of the most aggressive players in the NBA, especially when driving to the basket.
And Kevin, I call it, he's a professional scorer.
Yes.
He can get streaky hot from beyond the arc, so you have to stay up on him. He puts the ball on the deck and uses his quickness to get past you. You almost always have to foul and prevent him from getting to the basket, and he shoots a high percentage from the line.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Definitely. He saw some stuff he didn't like out there, and I think taking this time to calm his guys down is the right call.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Now here's Ingram. He's covered closely. Gobert pulls it in. Jazz leading by 3.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
In this situation, I think it's a must.
Hill kicks to Favors. Baseline try. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
You have to respect Favors. His jumper is lights out.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. It's Mozgov, high post. Clarkson against Hood. Got a piece of it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
That was a risky pass. Poor decision, really. Fortunately, they didn't lose the possession.
19 seconds left now here in the second.
And their offense has all but disappeared this quarter, shooting in the low 30s for the game. They had some success in that first quarter, but not much since then.
Here's Favors, and Utah again with the bucket.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
They're beginning to put it all together, in my opinion, and take control of this game.
And that does it for the first half of play. Jazz out in front, up 7. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They stepped up their game in the second quarter, and the score began to tilt in their favor. It's now a 7-point lead for them here at the half. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there, Ernie, in the stratosphere? Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
And over to Kenny, your takeaway on the Lakers.
Well, they need to generate more points in the paint. The defense knew all along that they were going to shoot that jump shot every time down the court. There was no diversity in their offense. No one was able to figure out different things that they were doing. Very predictable offense, and I think that was the difference.
It is just about time now for the third quarter to begin. After the final buzzer sounds, the three of us will still be sitting here talking to you.
Actually, it's 4 people.
The streets and buildings of Salt Lake City lit up gorgeously as we welcome you back to the action here in Utah. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. We've seen Derek Favors really having a great game.
You just love it when the decision making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Just fundamentally sound basketball. That's what you want out of your offense of each and every game.
Steve, you've covered the league and been involved as a player for so long. Just how good are modern coaches? And, an extension to that, who is your pick for being the best coach right now in pro basketball?
Well, I think it's still Greg Popovich. He's done just a fabulous job being able to change styles, bringing in new players, also having guys that were number one option, getting them to buy in, to come off the bench sometime, play lesser minutes. And then you have a guy like Steve Kerr. And then also one of my all-time favorites is Doc Rivers. Just a guy who has a great feel for players and people.
The coaches today have so much more at their fingertips in terms of tape and analytics than the coaches of even just 15 and 20 years ago. Is it hard to compare the two groups?
Yeah, it is. I mean, like you said, because there's so much involved now. And then a lot of these coaches are wearing two hats. I mean, they're the president or GM, also coaching. So they're doing totally different jobs than the coaches back in the day.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Clarkson and Ingram fill out the wings. Mozgov is out there with Dang, and it's Russell in at the point. Hill passes to Gobert. The feed to Hayward. Pass to Favors. Just 5 to shoot. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Favors has got 8 points.
When you give Favors room to shoot the jumper, he won't wait for a second. One part of his game that has definitely improved over time.
And Coach Quinn Snyder played the game at a very high level himself on a Washington State High School championship game. Led Duke as the starting point guard. He's got a good-looking resume.
Yes, he does. Pretty savvy with this game of basketball.
Shoot 2.
That's good for Mozgov. And the Lakers with some changes. Julius Randle's checked in for Dang. And it's Williams in for Clarkson. Both shots good from the stripe. Jazz leading by 4. Now, here's Burks. Ingles dishes to Burks. And stolen by Williams. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Utah wasn't going to let Gordon Hayward go to Charlotte. They matched that offer sheet a couple of years ago. And now he's growing into his role as the go-to offensive player for the Jazz. But it's his versatility that really makes him special. He said, I have to be active and have to affect all parts of the game in order for us to be a successful team. And indeed, Kevin, he does a little bit of everything.
Sure does. Thank you, D.A. Ingram kicks to Russell. Williams against Burks. Back to Russell. Lakers working the ball around now. 5 to shoot. Here's Ingram. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. And Utah making a change here. Isles checked in. The Lakers also with the sub. E.G. and Lee, and he's checked in for Mozgov. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Johnson outside. Back to Exum. To the middle. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
For Utah, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
First one falls for him. He's off on the second. Lakers trail by 3. Russell with a wide open look. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
His eyes just lit up as soon as he realized he was wide open from outside. The defense has to do a much better job.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Johnson, the pass to Ingles. And it's Exum in the corner. Johnson from outside, and it's Ingram with the rebound. Dishes it to Russell. And it goes at the buzzer!
Digging deep to hit that shot. That shows some serious guts right there.
Oh, man.
Ending this one with a bang.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The 4th quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. So it's the Lakers now. A 2-point game. A tall wing pair with Hood at the 2 and Hayward at the small forward. Favors and Gobert, the defensive big men pair. And it's Hill in at the 1 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. Gobert, the screen. Hill kicks to Favors. Hayward outside. The tray. Nance with the rebound. Lakers leading by 4. Dang dishes to Mozgov. And that one drops for him.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Hill passes to Favors. Hayward kicks to Hood from downtown. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. 8 points for Rodney Hood.
The quick trigger. Hood piercing the defense with the effective catch and shoot J.
Russell inside. He's guarded by Hill. D'Angelo Russell again. And the Lakers lead by 5. Hill dishes to Hayward. Kicks to Gobert. He feeds it to Hood. Pass to Gobert. Gobert with a screen for Hayward. Just 4 to shoot on the wing. Hill. His first shot coming late. The shot no good. And the Lakers take it the other way. The dish now to Clarkson. Over to the left wing. It's stolen by Hill. And it's sent back by Russell. Dang gets a wide open look. Offline with his 3.
Couldn't have been more wide open on that one.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Exum, he's checked in for George Hill. And then for the Lakers, Julius Randle comes in for Larry Nance. And it's Ingram in for Luol Deng. Favors with the screen. Randall against Hayward. Looking for Favors. He gets it there. Shoots from 12. The Jazz again can't hit it.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Picked by Mozgov. Russell passes to Clarkson. He kicks it to Mozgov. 5 on the clock, and they double up Russell. Here's Clarkson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
It would take a very, very special comeback for them to chop down this lead.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And Favors kicks to Exum. The shot by Hayward, wide open. Buries it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Whenever games get close, Hayward is the guy they look for to score the rock. He takes this responsibility very seriously.
George Hill's checked in for Utah. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
At the line for the Lakers, Jordan Clarkson taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
On all these possessions, they have to score quickly.
And that's an intentional foul.
Shooting 2.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. And the Jazz call time here. They trail by 8. 5 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
You know what? You can talk all you want, but I just don't see a scenario that's going to get them back in it.
It's a stretch for sure to say they can come back, but it all starts with executing out of the timeout. Let's see what he draws up here.
Five seconds left in the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound. And so Los Angeles takes the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, friends and neighbors. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to D'Angelo Russell. Really increased his productivity this evening, stepped up his game in a number of ways. The team would love to see him bring it like this night in and night out.
Listen, Ernie, I don't know if the opposing fans got him riled up or what, but he was out for blood tonight. Shaquille O'Neal, man, he had intensity at his all-time high. He looked like a different player than we're used to seeing.
He was scorching the nets all night, hit nearly 60. That's right, Ernie, 60% from the field. He was extremely aggressive, but his shot selection was unbelievable.
And that's it for tonight. But we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.